how are you? It's me, Jean, and I wanted to ask you this, if this has ever happened to you. And I know we've got school kind of starting and coming up, and there's going to be a lot of anxiety and whatnot, and lots of changes that can happen. And sometimes our kids just have a hard time shifting. So has this ever happened to you? You're in the car line and you're getting ready to pick up your child, or your child's coming off the bus, or whatever that looks for you. And you remember that in the morning you sent your child off happy and was excited about the school day, special things were going to happen, and they were just like really pumped to go to school, right? So they come to the car, and you notice that they are flustered. They are just like pulling on their clothing. They are mad, they're angry, and they're crying, and you're thinking, oh my goodness, what has happened? What is going on? And so, your child gets into the car and slams down their book, slams down their paper, and they're very upset because they got a C on a paper that they worked really hard on. And maybe your child is normally an A student, or they just can't quite understand why they made such a lower grade, but everyone in the class saw that. And that was humiliating. And your child is just out of control. They don't have that self-control. And of course, a lot of it depends on like their age and their level and everything. But one of the things that we do as parents is to help our child see what is going on. Hi, I'm Jean Harville. Again, I'm the founder of Helping Kids with Learning, Raising Motivated Learners Facebook group. And we always have room in the group. If you want to pop in, just click that button up above that says Learn More, and that'll take you right to our front porch of the group. So back to our story, okay? Self-control. So self-control is the ability to regulate one's emotions, thoughts, and behavior. It's one of our executive function processes that are located in the frontal lobe of the brain, and it develops over time, and it takes time for that to develop and to mature. But sometimes our kids are caught before they're able to understand what self-control is in situations that they just blow up and they don't feel very good. And I'll tell you, it brings them down to not feeling enough, not feeling like they're smart, they're dumb, they're stupid, whatever words that they're using. The bottom line is they don't feel safe because they don't want to be made fun of. They don't feel loved or liked, in this case, by their classmates, and they don't feel very good about themselves. They don't feel like they're enough. They can't live up to. And they're coming to the car and they're mad and angry, but then they're also deeply inside thinking, what's mom going to think? What's dad going to think? Are they going to still love me? So there's a lot of confusion and conflicting language that's going on for them. And so you want to get in there and just really, figure this out. And of course, as moms, we want to just hug and say, it's okay, and try to talk them down. But that's not really good to do because they are feeling this anger. And what we want to do as parents is to help them to feel what's going on. So we might start with just some questions. There's 3 things that you can do, okay? So ask questions like, how are you feeling right now? Now they're going to be, I'm angry, I'm mad. You can pick your time when you want to have the conversation with them. If they're so explosive that they just can't even answer the question, you might want to wait until they get home. They may be hangry, or angry, hangry, like hungry, and they need some food. And oftentimes that happens by the end of the day, and that could also cause those emotions and for them to just be totally out of control. So you have to just judge that as a parent. But one of the things that you really want to do is to ask questions like, how are you feeling now? Where are you feeling in your body? Have them tell you, are their head hurt, arms, their stomach, whatever it is that where there's anger is being, how is that making you feel in your body? You're helping them be aware and to notice these sensations so that the next time this happens, they can say, oh, I'm about to get angry. All right. So what you're doing is you're giving them some tools. Number 2, after they figured out where they feel this emotion in their body, number 2, ask what made them feel this way. So they will go through the scenario and they can tell you, when I received my paper back, I got a C. And that just really made me mad because I worked so hard on this and this was very difficult for me. And I thought I did a really good job, really great job. What happened just before they got upset? They got that paper back. That just triggered something. And then maybe a classmate saw the paper and they were like, oh my gosh, look at him. He made a bad grade. Or look at her. She made a C. And that could have triggered some of that as well. But just really get down to the detail. Like, what is it that made them so mad and so angry? All right. And number 3, after you figure out, they figure out what's going on in their body, where they're feeling this anger and this out of controlness. And then also, like, what happened just before they became out of control and started feeling those feelings. Number 3, what are ways that they can calm down? You can actually ask them, what are some ways that can help you calm down? And, they may not know right at first, but after you go through these scenarios multiple times, they might say, I just need to go to my room and listen to my music. Great. I need to go run around and run off my anger, my feelings about what happened. Great. Or I just need to read my comic books and just be by myself and just put my, really have some alone time, or whatever they suggest that helps to calm them down. So what you're doing is you are giving them ways. Okay, they're going to be angry. They're going to get mad. They're going to lose their control. We all do. But we want to try to help our kids to understand what is going on. So number 1, what made them feel this way, what happened, and number 2, what happened just before this, where are they feeling this anger in their body, and then what have they done in the past to help them calm down, to help them change their state, the way they are feeling at that particular moment. And when we do this on a regular basis to help them to, to manage their emotions and what's going on, then that's going to be so much better for them to notice that. And it's also going to be when they come to the car and they have a C on their paper, they know that you're not going to blow up at them, that you're going to help them to feel calm again. They don't want to feel out of control. They don't want to feel anger. They don't like that feeling. And so they know that when they come to the car that you're going to help them talk through and see, what's going on, what happened. And over time, they'll be able to determine for themselves, oh, that C really, really made me angry and hurt my feelings and made me not feel enough. And then what happened next was that I could feel my stomach was really hurting, and my head was pounding. And maybe next, like, what can I do to calm myself down? So once they are learning these skills over time, and it takes time for that to happen, but when you can approach it that way, you're giving them the gift of being able to calm themselves, being able to be in control of their emotions. And so, they'll be able to control that over time. So come join us. Give that a try sometime. Okay, next time that happens, I know we have the new school year coming up, and things are bound to make our kids not feel very good about themselves. So when we have questions that we can actually ask them, and we do it in a non-committal way, we're not angry or anything. We're holding that space for them. We're holding that calmness for them. And we're mirroring what calm is like, so that they can be with us and they can feel that calmness coming from you. So that helps them to calm down and to analyze what happened. All right. So come join us in the Raising Motivated Learners group. We always have room, plenty of space. We have over 1,500 people in there, moms, and there's some dads in there as well. So, come on inside. We'll talk more about these types of executive function, being able to keep in control. And watch for the announcement of our August mini masterclass series on the brilliance of dyslexia. And I'll start posting some of that on this page tomorrow. So take a look at that. And then there'll be more announcements. There'll be ways that you can register for the event. The event will occur on August 16th for that whole week. And we have 10 amazing speakers that are going to come speak to us about dyslexia. So I'm really, truly excited. I finished the last interview today. really pumped, and you're going to get some really good nuggets and from this series. So I'll be placing that information starting tomorrow in the group, in the page, on this page, and also I'll do it in the Facebook group as well. And if you're on my email list, then it will also come through email. So you'll start seeing information about this event that's coming up. You do not want to miss it. And your child doesn't have to be identified as dyslexic. They can maybe have behaviors that might make you wonder if they may have dyslexia and even ADHD, because many of the things that were mentioned could also be part of the neurodiversity of ADHD, dyslexia, as well as autism. So the really great information that's coming out with this series. So look for that, and I will see you all. Bye.